morning. Good morning. Let's get a radio check. How am I coming in? You guys hearing me? Thank you for hitting the likes. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm long euro. Let's go ahead and get our, where's our price target? 109.312. Good morning, everybody. What's up, Ethan? Morning, good morning. Just got filled on euro long. This is a swing trade. First target's up here, 108.682 or so. We'll move stop to break even, and I'll be trailing that. That's on dailies. Let's have a look at dailies right now. We're just murdering the market on the daily swing trades. Let's see, long Russell from $1654.97. So probably, I think I got in over here. Bitcoin long from down in there. Euro, we just got long. You can see that break above. So let's kill the relevant settings that we don't need. This is a double bottom, complex double bottom reversal. Long NASDAQ from average price now is 91.74 as I keep adding. So that'll be right around in this area here. Trailing stop will be up where we're at right now. So we'll see how we close today. Got long silver yesterday on the breakout. So we have a vol breakout on silver. As you can see there. Get right into analyzing the stuff. Taking notes of what we have going on overnight and hide my P&L. Have a look at gold. So gold has been it was a buy here. No. Yeah. This is weird. There we go. Okay. We got long in here. We got long here, which immediately turned against us, and then added against again here. Having a pretty big week on gold. Not hating life there. Gold, Russell, Bitcoin, Euro, NASDAQ, gold. Oh, that's why. Okay, actually, let's go. It's the same chart. There we go. XAG USD. And we'll have a look at our breakout on silver. It's gonna be a nice, we had that vol breakout here, which took off. I actually stopped out and then got back in. So I think I got in on this. Yeah, I got in here and then I got stopped out most likely on this one here. So I think it was a break even or maybe a little weakness there. Yeah, break even. So we got right there on the close and it took me out and then I just got in yesterday. Okay, let's have a look at intraday. Okay, Euro doing its thing. We'll take that. down. Let's have a look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ getting a little bounce. Let's go R5. NASDAQ, Russell. Let's go back to 60s. Okay, so a little bit more of what's going on in the S&P. We're testing yesterday's lows to see how real those really are. Still the most resilient, I think, if we look at percent down, Russell down 0.86, NASDAQ down 1.15, S&P right about the same, 0.79, so right about the same as Russell. NASDAQ taking the heat. How's everybody doing this morning? Okay, let's take it down to our more favored time frames and see if we can get ourselves a nice failed vol breakout on the bottom to get long. Starting out a little early, 8 a.m. now, so welcome. Forex, only Forex. Currently long euro. Took profits on euro pound yesterday's long. Let's get to a little more exciting time frame. Really nice failed vol breakout this morning on euro pound. And big vol breakout on euro at the moment. Lots going on in the euro. Lots going on today. All right, so let's just start scrolling through our index baskets. So we have so this is an index basket of the dollar. So what do we have here is all 7 pairs, dollar yen divided by 100, dollar franc, dollar euro, dollar Aussie, dollar CAD, dollar New Zealand, and that's all summed and then divided by 7. So that gives us a true picture of the actual dollar itself. And I got that on the main pairs. So we're looking at a nice vol, or a nice failed breakout reversal attempt on dollar, or we have, because we have a nice slope, we have a good vol breakout. Either way, interesting to watch. Now we're on to the euro. So I took euro pound, and I'm currently long the euro itself. Gives us some really good numbers. You can see for the basket, it has recovered dramatically in a good period of time. We're right at that 50% level, so that's going to be something for the euro to pay attention to. Let's have a look at pound. And the reason we do this is this gives me the ability to kind of find the weaker currencies and the stronger currencies if we're going to look at playing any Forex today. Yen is very interesting on the long side here. Didn't quite get the close below. I want to get a close below both, but we could have a trend reversal. Franc is beast. So pound franc. Let's go. Yeah, we should have really good, strong move on franc yen. Remember, we can kind of take a look and dollar franc. So dollar's the weakest and franc's the strongest at the moment. So we're going to have the biggest move on that. See how we went and found the weakest one. It's down 0.25% on the dollar basket. And the strongest is going to be the euro and the franc at about 0.4. So we're going to look for trading the euro, euro dollar, euro franc. So I got the euro dollar pair. Interesting on the CAD. CAD, Aussie, and Kiwi should all have some interesting setups. So if you weren't able to get some of the others, that's a neat way to go about it. Trading the dollar. So we had a vol breakout here at 98.32, and we hit that round, that almost hit that big round number of 100, 99.91. So what you're going to have is you're going to have a lot of dollar bulls here waiting for that 100 to hit, and then we're just trolling them right here. We're going to stop them out, and they're going to get scared. They didn't hit that 100, going to reverse on a dime, and the world's going to end. And we'll see that in bonds as well. Maybe. There we go. As you can see, we're hitting that US 30. Let's look at yield. So we're at all-time lows on yields. If I recall, low 1.951. I'm sorry. Low was 1.904 and today's low 1.902. So we got all-time lows on the 30-year today. So that's going to cause all sorts of chaos in the markets. So keep your heads about yourselves today. Okay, let's have a look at what's looking best today. We've got ES down 0.84, Dow down 0.877, whatever it is. NASDAQ worst. Russell's participating in being some of the worst. Let's get pull our stuff off. And yep, we're just watching that bottom area, seeing what's going to happen. That's going to it's going to hurt people. A lot of stuff going on here. You guys mind doing a retweet, and a retweet of that? I'm going to post it in the chat. Just trying to get more people in here. Looks like we got some new faces yesterday and today. So I'm really liking that. A lot of fun having new faces, new eyeballs helping us out with things. Thank you. Thank you. Big hammer down there at the bottom. Let's watch and see. We might have ourselves a reason to be getting in here. Let's see what that risk range looks like. 79 down to 74. That looks like a good one. So we'll have a look and see if it's worth trading here. See if we get some sort of buy setup. Okay, we'd be looking at a buy right above here. So let's look at NQ. NASDAQ holding up pretty nicely here. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got ES, EM, RTY. So we'll be looking at, let's look at ES, let's look at Dow, let's look at NASDAQ, RTY. So a buy stop above here on all indexes, depending on what you were looking at here. On the Russell, we'd be looking at a buy stop above 1679.10. So 1679.2, which would be a tick above this high. And a buy stop, if it doesn't go above it, you don't get filled. So that's the beauty of those sort of things. All right, let's take a look at how everything's holding up on the higher time frames. Okay, we put in new lows on S&P and NASDAQ. New highs on gold. New highs on bonds. Silver. Euro, boy. Paying the bills today. Euro and gold paying the bills. All right, I got no fill on the on that setup. Back to the 5. There was no setup there, but nice. What we're getting here is what we're starting to troll the bears. So what we're looking for, the bears are in control. This isn't always in short. So what you're looking for is something. If you're bearish, you're looking for something like this to short it, and you're at 1, 2R. Now we break below new low. Don't quite go new low. Another new low and reverse, and now we're getting that new low and reverse. So lower the entry here. So now entry would be 1678.7. So that's what I would be looking at on Russell here. Good morning, Jay. Boiler, I'm long Euro. I'm looking for a mean reversion move. So that's Boiler 1215 asking that question. So I'm looking for a mean reversion move to this general area here. It could move all the way even up to the 109, 109.9 area, because that's where some support is. But generally speaking, we're going to come up with we're going to come up against some drama right in this general area here. So we'll probably top out there today. And then this area is going to be also interesting. And then, of course, with our midline right there, that's where we're going to be looking to anywhere from here. We're already up 1R. Yeah, 1R right now. Looking for a little higher move. Okay, back to Russell. We've got 2.5 minutes. I got my order in. First buy. Jeff, IWM still didn't make, didn't break yesterday's lows. I'm not sure if it did yet. Probably did. Since the time you posted that. So oh no, it didn't. Okay. And then huge volume spike on SPY and Qs. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's typically when you get a vol spike, you get a reversal. Simple price action tool for those of you who were, let me show you what I mean. So you can go to so we had a vol spike here on the 1 minute. That's the opening capitulation down in here. So what we're seeing is that big volume is starting to subside. It's going to turn the market. Okay, so we're getting, this would be a long 1678.7. We ticked there, we did not fill. And most likely we're going to have a couple stabs at this before this thing turns. Let's get volume off there. Really nice, really, really nice. Those reversals. So up to the 10 minute we see. It's the same buy. So that's fine. You notice these big reversal candles after some heavy dumping. Now we're starting to get the tick there. I don't know if anybody got filled. I didn't get filled yet on that. It hit it though. Okay, I'm filled. I'm in. Okay, so we have this nice double bottom, bottom, up, another reversal down, up, and we go down and just troll the bears here. And then we just reverse and end the 10-minute candle on its highs after that complex double bottom, or double bottom variation, or whatever name we're going to be using it. And we're looking for a move back up to the mid. Next setup I'm looking for is first pullback, or first look back. So typically what we have is something like this. And then oftentimes we'll get more of a move like that. And then could potentially get a ripper into the end of the day. So we'll get something like this. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. If this plays out, let's not, I'm not dogmatic about it, but that's typically the, we got our double bottom, probably going to bang around in here, and then we'll take off, and then we'll come back down and scare everybody, and then continue to go. This is my life path for trading Russell today. Thank you everybody for liking. Thank you everybody for sharing. Let's have a look at Bitcoin today. I like the strength in midline. So we got a vol breakout on the weekly Bitcoin. So typically we get that vol breakout, buy up in here, I added, I should say, to my position up in here, and we get pullback. Notice how this previous candle is so far holding, and that's what's going to give us some more rocket fuel to get higher. Look at that weekly euro failed vol breakout. Ooh. I might end up holding this position. I got some trolls in the comments. Guess that's on me for using the word crypto or Forex in my title. Oh, nope. Yeah. Okay, hourly Russell futures, we have a failed vol breakout. So we'll be in 32 minutes. We'll have the ability to, that could go. We may have to drop to the 30 to get that thing. Yeah, 30s might be a little easier to get for a bigger swing position into the day. Looks a little more comical on the 20-minute chart, doesn't it? So I'll be cutting the live stream short at in about an hour and a half. So we're just going to do 2 hours trading. Well, feel free to ask your questions while we're here. And we may have to put in a little bit more work, or things could just get catastrophic. We'll see. See how NASDAQ's playing. NASDAQ's holding up best so far. Okay. We're going to watch our stop down in this area. And as always, I wait for a close below. So we've got 7.5 minutes on this chart. So we're waiting for 7.5 minutes for the close below. If we get a close below, that'll be my exit. But otherwise, I'm still sitting in it. Okay, still got 3 minutes on this candle. Euro still exploding higher. NASDAQ holding up. Spiders holding up. Dow holding up. Russell finally taking its chance. Taking its place in weakness. Okay. Wonder why I lost all my drawing stuff. Fine, I'll put them back. So far, I'm liking this. This is the fake out. This is where we want to be. I want to be looking to add to my position. This is the benefit of scaling into your positions. You don't feel this stuff as much. Okay, that's better. It's way better. Trying to adjust my second monitor over here to be able to see the chat while I'm trading. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I like this price action personally. We closed below the line, but that's a first entry. So you can either stop yourself out there. We spiked below yesterday's low too. So that's going to trigger some selling, and it's going to trigger some emotions. I'm expecting it to be a capitulative type of motion. So a spike and then more of a reversal. If I get that, I'm going to look for more of a double bottom. And then possibly one more run lower with something like that, which would be nice to give us ample, or me, I'm not sure if you guys are playing along with it, but it'll give ample buy. So let me go to the notes here. 33.70 top side, 33.26 bottom side for ES. We are currently at 33.34. So that's 8 points. Then let's see what else next. Volume can support above 120%, 14-day ATR. The S&P did not dip below. Could that be a sign? Cats. So they definitely all trade together, there's a high level of correlation between the indexes. Simply that Russell is the least correlated to the indexes. So it can be, like yesterday, it was stronger. Today, if we have a strong NASDAQ, it's going to trade stronger than a lot of times than Russell. Looks like we're all correlated today, though. Really, a lot of correlation going on here. Okay, looks like it might bounce. Russell taking the piss. Yes, that's true. Russell is taking the piss. IWM has a gap fill below 166. Let's go. Starts at 40s, fill at 85. So we got as low as 44. Close 48. Open. That's not the gap you're talking. Is that the gap you're talking about? Either way. Boy, I'm much hungrier today. Sorry, it's not just that they're delayed, cats. It's also that I'm not reading the comments as they come in. But yeah, you're probably got a 30-second delay in live trading. And it's kind of what I'm doing is I'm running an experiment here, and basically the idea is to see if this is something people have interest in, people are going to show up for and want to do it, and we can invest in a better platform, maybe charge a couple of bucks to pay for it and get some, good little world. Got about 6 minutes left on this candle. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't already. Liked it with your thumb there. I love it when you do that. That gives me the lets people know, lets YouTube know that we're doing something interesting here, and that people should be if they're interested in it, they should come check it out. Okay, another about 5 minutes left on this candle. Euro still putting in work. NASDAQ, Russell, we're just banging through support areas, getting bears super bearish. Bulls are getting scared. I got wife leaving this weekend for a girls' weekend, so I'm gonna probably close up shop here a little bit early and kind of hang with her before she goes. So we're getting a vol breakout, a potential failed vol breakout on Russell. David, no, it was just a failed breakout, not a failed vol breakout on euro. All right, we've got a couple of minutes left on this candle, 3 minutes left on this candle. Let's see what we get on the bottom. We may just have to exit this thing at the exact bottom and watch this thing rock from here. Or continue to melt down. It could be a meltdown. We are a Friday. Everybody is still pretty nervous about some sort of news report about the coronavirus over the weekend. Probably don't want to have any exposure, or at least they're going to be buying hedges. Let's have a look. Okay, we're getting VIX. Okay, so now we're actually getting some real bottoming type moves in the VIX. I'm liking that. Two minutes. Jeff Davis, 100% of 5-day ATR done, 100% of 14-day ATR on SPY still 33.26. NM, where did I end up closing my long after the 2.5 hour loss yesterday? Did you make it all back? I'll show you where I got out. I mean, you know me, I got out like end of day. 13 close. So the close of 13:15. So we got out at, or I got out at close right around 1696. So somewhere around 1696, 95, 97. I don't have the in front of me at the moment. So that was, so that's 1, 2, almost 3R. It basically was a scratch. Yeah, it was basically a scratch trade at the end of all that, NM. Okay, good. This is where I'll be looking to add. Okay, we've got 48 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and I'll be looking to add in here on a high above this candle. Actually, no, let's let my original thoughts play out where we get that spike. Hold on, let me think through this. Okay, so I've got, I'm gonna look for, okay, we're gonna take this long and we're gonna look for another, a double bottom reversal. So we're gonna get a little bit long here. We're already long. I'm not adding to my long, and I'm looking for either a new low or a successful reversal. Somewhere around here in the next 10, 20, 30 minutes, we should get another reversal. And if we don't, we're already long from up here, and it could just rally back to the end of the day and punish the shorts. Now, one thing I want to keep in mind is we're going to have bears who are going to have stops here. They're going to have stops here. And then they're going to have stops on the open. So like right up in here, much like we saw yesterday. So we're going to start looking for those. If we're going to get bullish, we're going to see a move up, take this one out, and then take this one out, and then we'll come back again. So I want to start paying attention to see if we get that. That's going to give me the inclination that bulls are, let's see, euro. That's going to give me an inclination that the bulls have taken back control and the bears are just going to get frustrated yet again. Let's see. 4 hour. So if you're aggressive, you could take the buy stop above the high here, which would be 1675.4 filled. And we'll see where this one rolls. Let's see what USD looks like on the 4 hour. This is Simon. Yeah. Well, dollar generally is getting clobbered. Catch and chasing it with that one. Could have gotten short here. And then, a move down into this area could be support on that. Good eye, Simon. Okay, NM, good trade. I almost thought you were going to stop swing at the pitches after the morning loss. No, I mean, so one of the things you're going to learn about me here is you're going to ask a lot of questions and you're going to get absolute, because you're asking absolute questions, I'll give you absolute responses. And I always update my opinion based on new information, new, better information. So it's a common trait that people want to ask absolutes. Do you ever do this? Do you go back at this, that, or the other? I'm done for the day because I just got my, licking my wounds, blah, 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 all that. And then all of a sudden you're sitting there, you're looking at it. It kind of takes form. You understand what's going on again. You're back in control and then move back in. Some days I will walk away. Like I said, I was going to walk away and go take, spend a little more time with wifey before she gets on the road, but I still have time. Thanks for the likes. The like button down here. I love it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for liking the videos. Again, that gets the people out. Gets people following. Thanks, NM. Yeah, I'm not dogmatic in sticking to an opinion. If I get new information that that's improves my opinion, I absolutely change it. And that's my number one rule that I have. If I have a rule, it's always learn, constantly improve. In the military, we have a saying. It's continuous improvement of your position. So I was in the infantry, Marine Corps infantry, and the idea is that when you're combating somebody, and let's say you're just two-way range with somebody else, you're returning fire, they're returning fire. Eventually, your position is going to get weakened by the fact that they're hitting you, whether they bring in more people, just keep hammering your position, or depending on who you're fighting against. It could be a state actor that has helicopters, that has aircraft, that has artillery, RPGs, whatever it is. So you always have to be improving. And then of course that's the Kaizen way, the Japanese continuous improvement, right? So you can get to where you are to today, and today you know where you need to be today because you're there, but you don't know what you need to know tomorrow. And it's your job today to know what you need to know in 5 minutes, in 5 hours, in a week, and tomorrow. So that my total belief is just continuing to improve. This is why I do. So I've upped my back testing to now I'm waking up a couple hours earlier so I can knock out 20 to 30 manual back tests pre-market. I can warm up my fingers doing some paper trading, getting the entry exits done. I'm getting my reading. I'm getting my my ice baths, my meditation, my breathing, my visualization, getting movement in, and doing reading. And I can get all that done pre-market. As also, I don't need to start at any time. I can pretty much jump in and figure out where to get in and when to get out. I've just been doing 10 a.m. Eastern time because it's convenient, I think. And so then after I get done, now I'm live trading. I'm going to take everything I've learned over the last 20 something years of trading. Now I'm implementing it, what I know today. Now, every tick, every second, every pattern I recognize or don't recognize, everything I see is new information that could potentially help me update my my trading ability. And then when I'm done with the day trading, I knock out a 20 or 30 trade back test. So if I'm done at 12, if I'm done at 2, if I'm done at 4, I'm going to have another 20 to 30 trade back test, manual back test of an idea that I'm working on, or of price action, or just, you know, reinforcing it, getting my stats up. So since I'm only trading from 8 to 10 pretty much these days, I'm going to take that. And so at 10 to 10:30 or 11, I will, not today because I'm going to have to wait till she leaves, and I'm going to put in a longer couple sessions in the afternoon when she's gone. But I'll do another back test after I close for trading. So that's say from 10 to 11, and then lunch or workout, do whatever. And then another manual back test. So I've got 40 to 90 or 60 to 90 trades in the books. And then one more back test at the end of the market. So that's going to be anywhere from 80 to 120 manually back tested trades every trading day, if I'm truly focused. And at minimum, I'm definitely going to have at least 20 to 30 at the end of the day. That's just my routine. So in addition to the live trading, which is also a skill. And back to my thing of the military, continuous improvement of your position. The market continues to learn. You have adaptive people. I think of myself as a machine learning algorithm, artificial intelligence. And just like an AI, I've trained my data, I've trained my algorithm to identify things and continually improve upon those things as I go through this. And so a lot of people give me a little pushback on the idea of manual back test, paper trading, that it's not real. You know, paper trading is not the same. There's no skin in the game. You're not actually risking real money. You're just going, you know, you're going to have a massive return paper trading account, but when you go live, you're going to get your butt kicked and all those things. And I 100% disagree. And I am happy that those people, the majority of those people, have that opinion, because it's their money that I take. Back to the military, you don't just grab a rifle and go straight to war, right? You spend a long time training. And then once you've been trained up and you deploy, you train every single day. You're constantly training on, you know, rifle, coming up on target, pistol, calling, you know, radio procedures, analyzing the battlefield, land navigation, communications, all these other things. And you're in practice, because by the time you get to where people are shooting at you, you should be very, very proficient at that skill. And trading, it's so funny that people actually laugh about paper trading. And I have, you know, good for them. Their money is my money. My job is to just continue to figure out ways to take their money from them. And that is exactly what paper trading, that's exactly what manual back testing, that's exactly what this whole business is all about. Nice gap on the, we had a micro gap on the chart there. So I think we did close 1770, 77.6, open 77. Okay, so we had a one tick gap here. And what I want to point out, this is stuff that you don't really learn if you're not paper trading, if you're not really seeing this stuff. A gap means the price closed here and a whole tick was skipped. Somebody wanted to buy it that quickly at the end of that 10-minute candle bar. Also, do you know why that would happen? That's the end of an hourly candle. That's the end of a 30-minute candle. That's the end of all these different candles. And now we have ourselves a failed vol breakout to the upside on the 60-minute. So we can now look at this. And if we get a move above here, 1681, a move above 1681 will trigger the entry on the hourly. So the thing about 10-minute or 60-minute candles is you have a 60-minute update, you have a probably a 3-hour update candle, you have a 30-minute, you have a 20-minute, you have a 15-minute, you have a 10-minute, you have a 5-minute, probably a 3-minute, and definitely a 2 and 1 minute candle update. So everybody, if you have traders watching the 60 minutes, they're slower traders. They're looking for the bigger moves. And so they, every hour when the candle updates on the hour, they come in and make a position decision. Do they make a new entry? Do they exit? And you can see when you had that little one tick skip, that says that buyers are in control, at least on our 10-minute. Let's have a look at the 60 if we got it. Close 1677.6, open 1677.7. So we did get our gap open on that micro gap. And so all these is saying bulls have taken control. And now we're just looking for reasons to start getting in. I think I need to rent a car. Bruce says, people, and thank you, Keynes would approve. I like it. Bruce says, people forget computerized backtesting is just machine-aided paper trading at 100%. And I will, that opens up another one. And you know this because you've done my courses and we've spent we've talked a number of times. Bruce, by the way, he's a former floor trader, former Chicago guy, now an Omaha guy. A lot of people, when I talk about manual backtesting, I mean, I am going through the screen and I am tick, tick, tick. Just, this is what it looks like. Let's go to, and then I'm just going to go here, go to just some random date back in time. Okay, it goes back to November 10th. Okay, so now I have a chart and now I'm going to do this. And I'm going to close this out because right now I'm just in a lot of paper trading backtesting. So I already see what happened here. Right now, bulls are taking control. I don't have any opinion. That's a bullish continuation. I would go long. Add on that hammer. Hammer, add. Looking to take profits. This isn't as good, but I'm gonna trail stop up to here. And now the other thing is, I actually, usually when I do this, I'm entering this into a spreadsheet because I actually want this data in front of me at all times. I don't want to do it. So I'm looking for a close below this swing low here, which we almost got. Looks like I'm probably going to get stopped out a little bit lower because remember, I like to put my, I like to stop on a close below. Let's see. And I got stopped out. Okay. So that's one trade. That would have been, I didn't take this because I had already seen the information, but I took the high here, the buy here above, had some weakness, took off. I added on the hammer here, took off, added another on the hammer here. So that probably puts us right around here. So we take a small loss on that one. Okay, this is hammer buy. Let me get my, sorry, I said that. Pullback doesn't fail. We got compressed volatility. We're looking at 11 o'clock at night, but who cares? And we had the move and now stop out on that. So anyway, that's what I do manual backtesting, just so there's no confusion of what I mean. I'm not coding up. There's no coding involved whatsoever. This is Chris with his little screen and his notepad or his spreadsheet entering the data, and I have a number of it. I'm started using TradeBench. This is a tool that we use at the prop firm to enter in our trades, which has been nice. Pain in the butt to kind of fill things out because it's I have my own spreadsheet methods, but I figured it out. Okay, so far the trade's looking good. They're on course to take this out here so far. Notice once we got above this one, it started to take off. Get above here, we're gonna hit above this thing. and maybe this one. If we break this one too, we'll spike and it'll reverse. And that's where we should get our weakness. And we can look, that'll be our first look back. And we can look to add in that spot. Thanks for that, Bruce, by the way. Now, the thing about it is when I have thousands and thousands of trades collected and I have that good, robust database and I know what the strategy does, will do, and all that, I don't shy away from coding it up and turning it into a algorithm to back test for me so I can find other assets to trade. But I don't, that's only when I am highly proficient. The thing you're going to learn about doing manual back tests is you're going to learn those nuances. Whereas every other trader who's out there trading, you know, on a tick below there, they get stopped out. On a close below there, they get stopped out. And then we have our reversal and it goes. I have the confidence because I've done it thousands and thousands of times. I've done this whole pattern. I've traded this whole thing, you know, thousands and thousands of times through my back testing, manual back testing, through my paper trading. So I know what to expect. And what do we know? What market regime are we in? We're in a bull quiet, flip-flopping on bull volatile. And, you know, there's one key thing you need to know about a bull market is that prices go up. So you may be catching these quick sell-offs, but you need to take profits a lot quicker on those regimes, in those markets, because they're just not, they're not going to last. You're going to get more, you know, bears are going to get destroyed. And eventually bulls are going to get destroyed. And then we get a, you know, we have a top, but that's just the name of the game. Okay. So now we're testing this. What could be good is if we get a reversal here and much like yesterday, we drop, bears are going to get emboldened and they'll think, okay, this thing's going lower. Great. I didn't get my short there, but now we're here. I'm going to get short over here now because it's 3 attempts at that top. And let's draw that little line. Now, this is not me saying this is what I believe. This is what I believe bears are thinking. They're seeing this happen, right? They're seeing the sell-off and they're seeing that triple top that fails. So if this goes below here, we may get, that's where we may get that spike where bears are going to say, okay, yeah, let's get in. You know, let's start trading this thing. And then they could get, you know, as it turns back up, they're going to have to stop and that'll fuel a rally. Let's go to the 5 and see what bears are looking at here. Okay, so this is what we got. Now this looks even better on a 5 minute. So aggressive bears are seeing this shooting star reversal. We have that trend line that doesn't hold and big bearish on the day. This is what bears are seeing. Sell off, highs don't get taken out, another trending down and dump. And now bears are extremely bearish here. They're looking to add this. They're looking to add, or the ones that missed are looking to get in. So on that 5, let's go back to the 5 and we can watch. So this reversal candle here never takes out the high. So as far as bears are concerned, this is going to go lower and they're going to take another stab at it, which means now we have stops above here. We have stops above here and we have stops above here. So if these get ran, we may actually see a couple of these stops get ran, and this would be our next level to contend with. Here we go. So again, I want to see this high taken out, and that should give us a little bit more fuel to take out this high, which should high 1680.6. What do we get here? 1680.5. So we didn't even take this first high out. So if we take out that high, this previous high, we're going to take out this high, we're going to take out this high, and possibly this high in quick fashion. And that will be the capitulation, boop, reverse, and then we come back down into here. 19 minutes till Europe closes. Cool, cool. Aussie Franc, failed breakout 4 hour. Let's AUD, CHF. Yep, failed breakout. Oh, failed vol breakout. Either way. Yes, sir. All right, any minute now. There we go. I think high 80.5, 80.5. Haven't taken it out yet, so we're looking for this one to get taken out. So we might get some slap. In essence, we're going to get slap happy price action here. 680.5, 680.5, 680.5, 680.5, or 80.5, 80.5, 80.5, 8.5. So let's see how quickly it breaks if it gets above that 80.5. Pablo, you get hooked up with the prop. 80.6 breaks. Okay. 80.6. We broke that first one. It's still the weakest because it's the newest. And on the 10-minute, that's still there. Oh, that is a 10-minute. Okay, so 8.5, 80.5. We got 80.6 here. So now next we're going to look at 0.9 and 0.9, 81.4. So that's what we're looking for. If we pull our gobbledygook off my screen, now we have a potential double top setup for bears. This is what we want to see. We want to see these spikes above previous swing highs, taking stops, and then turning down, which is going to get bears excited and gets them saying, okay, yeah, I missed it. Now I'm looking, okay, so 81.5. Okay, we took it. Now you see that slap happy price action. We took out 81.4. We took it out at 81.5. And now, so all these are now gone. So this trend line is out of play. We've taken out that swing high. The next swing high we have to pay attention to is this is the next place that bears are going to have stops. So bears suddenly just got stopped out. Tick above the high, above the highs, above the highs. We get a reversal here. Bears suddenly see it. You're welcome, Pablo. I think you do good there. And then pull them back. So we start to get we get what I call first look back. So we got our rally, first look back. Bears get excited because we're going to paint a bearish candle looking. So a long wick, small body towards the bottom. We'll probably do that on the in the next, even if it doesn't happen here, it's going to be the next few candles. But usually that happens once you take out highs. Once the highs get taken out, then you get your reversal. Bears go, crap, I missed it. I was right, but the stupid bulls ran my stops. And so they're going to start getting short again. And then the whole game goes, you know, we have to deal with it again. We got some more drama to come, but we just know this. Okay, there we go. Now we're painting our bearish bar. Bears who got stopped are going to see this and think to themselves, crap, I missed it. And so they're going to go short again. And so now we have a new short level that's going to be, now we have to get above the high here, thinking they're either going to put their stop above this one or their stop above this one, thinking that, yeah, they might have missed it, but they're going to take another shot at it. And if it goes higher, well, then crap. The last of all is going to be the people up here who have their stop at the high of the day. And so when you see traders who are saying, oh, when we break this high, we're off to the races, you can see that that's not actually how it works. If we break above these highs, usually it reverses. This is very, very common. As you can see, we had this high. Once this one got taken out here, we take it out and we dump again. And so now bulls take control. Bears don't think it's real. They're looking for a reason to get short. We got about 30 seconds on this 5-minute candle. So most likely what we're going to see here is we'll see a move down and even possibly below here before we reverse again. Because the same thing's going to be true for bulls. If we get below this, bulls are going to stop out thinking, okay, I bought the bottom. I got a low profit. I don't want to give it away. And then we reverse again. And so what we want is we want to step away and be a little more, aware of what's happening. And then kind of, back and forth in and out of it as we see. Let's see if these, okay. So now if we get below this low 79.4, low 79.4. So 79.3 is what we're looking for. We get 79.3, bears will have shorted again. We're at 79.4. Come on, 3. That means bears are shorting. Three, got it. Okay, so now it's looking very nice for the bears on the 5-minute traders. They're going to see that and they're going to say, okay, cool, I'm in. Bears are going to see this and they're going to see, okay, they might have stopped out, but it looks like a double, a triple top failed, and they're going to be looking to the more aggressive bears are on the 5-minute already short. The 10-minute people are going to be looking to sell stops below here. That'll be 77.9, so 77.8, spot 8, whoever you are. And if true bullishness happens, we run this stop again, and that could get us, if we turn on a dime and we run this one right now, that could get us above here, because that's bears are going to be like, crap, I was wrong. Because what do we have here? We have the most beautiful short setup in the world failing. This is characteristic of the bull quiet and bull volatile. This is characteristic of a bull market. I should say. When this happens, when you have a bull market and a bunch of sellers because you have the most perfect sell setup in the world and it fails, that's telling you something. That's telling you that bulls are firmly in control. That could have been first pullback or first look back. All right, so we need .4, I believe, right? High 81.5. So 80, there it is. It's gone now. 81.7. So we've firmly stopped these bulls out. That's why we got that spike. We've stopped these bulls out. We might actually get a run at the 83.3. So 83.4 is our next road to hoe. Tough road to hoe. That's our next battle line, and this has just been straight up almost. So some sort of move down would be interesting. But yeah, the 5-minute traders just got stopped out. That's what that little spike was. So now who's doing this? Now, if you're a trader on the long side, you use this area to get long a high above a sell bar. So we have bull bar, bull bar, bull bar, sell bar, go long or go long this one. You're going to have some drama probably because bears are making attempts, but they're frustrated. They're getting more and more frustrated here. Now we want to see bulls think, crap, I missed it. I need to get in at any price. So that's our next battle, is to take this one out. And then bull, we want to see a big candle because this has been fighting. Now we want to see a big clean candle, shaved candle, no whisks or no wicks, no tails, just big multi-candle move, which is going to be bulls saying, crap, I missed it. I need to get in at any price. Currently, we are always in long. So if you're looking for an excuse to be long, there's your excuse. We're always in long. Pablo, I don't know. I don't do the new stuff. Okay, next level. This is going to be a tough one for bears. 83.3. So we get above 83.4. We hit 83.4. We take out likely bears last. Any bear who's profitable is probably going to be exiting on a close above this, though this was a pretty obvious spot. I think this one cleans the plate. And then ultimately, this is our last place to contend for bears, which until that happens, we're not going to do, obviously, the highs up there. Shorted yesterday on the 4-hour trade, ended well, but gave me a lot of heat. Yeah, that's the end is where the magic's happening, isn't it? Uh, 1.1 R on euro. 14 R on gold. Silver coming back as it does. Silver's an a-hole. Beautiful setup, 30-minute on NASDAQ. Filled vol breakout. 60-minute. And nope. Okay, yet again, we have another reversal looking candles. So we're going to get some bears who are going to take that. They're going to go short below 81.0, 81 even will be the that, and they will put a stop here. So the good bears are going to be shorting there. The sloppy bears just went short at market. So we'll get anything we get above here, we'll slap them. And then there we are again, up above. And that could take us above the 83.3, so 83.4. Then bulls have successfully overtaken the day. We just look though, big selling. The amount of thick bear candles are gone. And we don't have those thick bull candles yet. So whatever this was, liquidation, whatever, just massive, I'm out. I don't want to be in long on the weekend. I'm going on vacation, whatever that was. We haven't seen the inverse yet. So bulls have taken control, but bulls don't have ownership just yet, like they did with, like bears had it on the open. Yeah, you got to use your position sizing, Pablo. If you're risking too much, like you have to have exact position sizing. One secret, it's a cheat code to trading. Like one of the biggest advantages I have is being able to position size my trades. So if you're able to risk 1% and you know that your strategy has a 67% win rate, then you're going to make money. Especially if you have a positive expectancy or your profit factor is above 1, especially if your profit factor is above 1. Only if your profit factor is above 1. All right, so the high is gonna, the previous candle high taken out. Again, if you're not long, that's where you get long. You get long here, you get long here, you get long here, you get long. This is always in long. And we still haven't had, the reason I want to point it out the size of these big bear candles, we haven't had any really, I mean, we had some bull candles, but that's not capitulative bull buying. We need to bring the bulls back to the game. So we've got bears, they keep getting stopped out, but you notice bear candles are not the big ones. You want a big candle taking out a big stop. So buyers and sellers are covering. Buyers are going long, they're FOMOing in long. Sellers are covering their shorts. And you get a big candle at that point. That's why we see these big candles on the opens. You see where this one, you see what happened here? We had the Globex low get taken out. Yep, Globex low was right there. And when that got taken out, long stopped. And you got your drama. So, you know, they sold their longs. Bears might have said, okay, cool. Now this is a typical place. Bulls who weren't in said, okay, this is a good spot to get long, because usually in a bull market, the Globex lows fail. And then once that happened, that's when bears jumped on it and they started shorting harder. And that's when bulls had to cover shorts even further. And that's where you get that. So we haven't seen one of those not capitulative, but big angry candles yet. So that means we can just continue this drift. That was Globex high or Globex low. Let's find Globex low. 82.5, 82.8. Okay, so when we blasted above 82.5, that's because now bears had resistance, thinking this was resistance and willing to go short, especially the more wicks we get, the more not taking over the, you know, not dealing with Globex highs. Yeah, Pablo, there's no variant on position sizing. 1% risk of your account, and then have a strategy. If you have the strategy, you know the failed vol breakout strategy, you know the vol breakout strategy. All you have to do is 1% risk per trade, and you will make and trade it correctly. No, like, oh, I'm gonna take this trade because this one looks good. Nope, just trade the strategy systematically. You don't have to get cute with it or anything like that. You trade the strategy correctly, and you're gonna make money doing that strategy. And especially if you're manually backtest that stuff and build it for yourself, build that strategy for yourself so that you're comfortable with it. And then that way you know, mathematically, as long as you trade the strategy according to how the strategy is built and accordingly how you have backtested it, manually backtested, and build your own strategy out of it, as long as you're following your rules and you have the data to support it, you're going to make money over time. That's just how it works. Okay, so now we've had a couple of attempts to get above. We got above Globex high, but we haven't done anything. So bears are still getting a little cocky here. I'll move below low here, 81.6. So we got to 81.7. I mean, if they could, this is a bearish looking pattern. If I'm a bear, I'm looking at that thinking to myself, okay, all right, I'll trade that. I'll trade that one all day long. So I'm going to be cutting out here today, here in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And I may continue to trade. I may just let it float to the end of the day. It may carry over because we have a 30, 60 minute failed vol breakout on Russell. So I may just let it carry over into a longer position through the weekend. So, you know, I guess ping me on Twitter if you want to know what's going on. But that's my plan here, is to trail stop this one, lock in the profits. Looks like we had Euro close. The Euro session closed. Silver giving it back. Gold coming back a little bit. Pablo, if you're freezing or doing things that you're scared of, it's because you don't have the reps in. And I'm not saying of live trading. I mean, this is exactly what back testing and paper trading is there for. I would do every couple hours 20 manual back tests on the VBO strategy on a 4-hour chart, because that's what you trade during the time frames that you're actually going to be awake and able to manage it. That's the hard part about trading 4-hour time frames, is you're asleep. And for at least 2 of those candles, and a lot can happen. You could hit your profit, you could get your stops ran, all sorts of things. So it's tough to trade the 240 as a thing. But I would absolutely take 20 to 30 trades, give yourself an hour, 20 to 30 manually back tested FVBO trades, and then do that a couple times a day for a week. And you're going to have hundreds and hundreds of trades, and you're going to be able to see, okay, I know what my position sizing is doing. I know what all this is doing. I understand all of this, and I'm ready. I'm comfortable. So you don't freak out. You don't take the L because you're scared. Low spot 5. Okay, so we did get the low. So bears would have gotten any aggressive bear would have got short. This looks like more of a sell setup than this one did, here. So especially at Globex lows, overnight lows, there's going to be bears taking the shot here. It's okay to switch between time frames. I mean, if you see a good one set up on the 60-minute and then another on the 4, it's good to take both, or just stick to one time frame until you see the result. So a lot of times what I do is so if I'll see like a trade off the 60-minute, let's say, okay, that got taken out. So any bears here got taken out. This last high, we're there. This is 83.3. We got to 83.3 and we're holding 83.3, 83.3, dot 5, blew through it. Oh no, dot 3, sorry. Okay, 83 even, 83 even. We need 83.4 or higher. So a lot of times what I'll do is I see the setup on, actually, let's get Bollinger's on here to see what traders are thinking. Okay, we're at the top of the range. This is a beautiful failed breakout setup on the 5-minute. Failed vol breakout has not triggered yet, but a failed breakout setup with the aid of touching top Bollinger Band. So that means that the Bollinger Band traders are seeing this as that. And so now another run here, we'll get more bears in. Again, we can just keep, raking them across the coals. But if this one goes, this should give us a little bit more weakness down into this area. Okay. So let's say I take a trade on the 60-minute. My position size on a 60-minute is going to be huge because I'm looking for 1.52R. And then all of a sudden you see the 4-hour and you're like, okay, so you take profits at the 1-hour, but you readjust position size for the 4-hour. So let's say you had $100,000 position on Euro on the 1-hour, and then the 4-hour takes over and you have a $35,000 position. So I take profit at the 1.2, 1.5 hour profit on the FVBO for the position. So if that's 100,000, I'll sell 65,000. Take 65,000 profit long at the 1 hour 1.2, 1.5, or midline profit. And then I'll have that last $35,000 euro long positioned for the 4-hour position size. Now that's on failed vol breakouts. If we're doing trending, remember we have different rules for a trending breakout. On mean reversion, we want to take profits. On trending, on vol breakouts, and that you want to add to positions, not take them off. So Pablo, the final part of your question is it good to take both or stick to one time frame? For you, I would say get really comfortable with one time frame. Understand the nuances of that time frame. Like, okay, what happens when I get a signal at 8 p.m. on the 4-hour and it's time to go to bed in a couple hours? Because then at midnight, you're going to have another 4-hour. At 4 a.m., you're going to have another 4-hour update. And then at 8 a.m., you're going to have another one. So you could miss 2 potential updates on the chart. And you should, because sleep is more important than trading. All right, we got about 15 minutes into the end of the hour. So we're going to have a 60-minute, so a 120-minute, a 60-minute, a 30-minute, a 20-minute, a 15-minute, a 10-minute, a 5-minute, 2-minute, and a 1-minute, maybe even 3-minute candle updates at the top of the hour. So this 12 o'clock candle update, you're going to have a little bit of wackiness there. That's just the way the game is played. Okay, I'm going to get ready to, my game plan here, this is always in long. You're just looking to be long. Not much to it. No science behind that one. Not too much science behind that. We're waiting for this one to break, and then we might actually get to see some gobbledygook. And then still, we haven't seen a pullback. So what does that mean? The pullback's going to get bought because bulls are thinking, this is the dip. I don't want to miss the dip. I've missed the dip before. If there isn't a pullback and we blow the highs there, so we got A3 spot 4, A3.3, we broke it. Now we're moving higher, .6. So this is the last, I think, bear. This got stopped out. All these got stopped out. We're now on the upside of the overnight low, Globex low. And so we're going to have a little bit more. Any pullback, this is a good play, a really good place for a pullback. But like we've been seeing, every pullback has been bought. Or bears have gotten stopped out. However we want to look at that. Now we're above here, 85.5, and we're not getting that reversalness yet. We're not getting too much wackiness around here, which is interesting because usually this is a good neighborhood to, once we take out highs, bears get stopped. Power move, 10-minute, just straight up, always in long. We're now at the fifth, we're above the 50%. So we're from 92.1, 70, so 20 points, 80. So we're above the 50% area. Yeah. So we're right at about that 50% area. So we should see some drama right around here. This is where I would expect bears to be looking for a reversal, which we're getting a little bit more of on the 5, as you see there. See how that looks. Now this candle is something to pay attention to because that one is a big one. So next here, and we got a good bear candle setting up. Bears are going to be happy because this is now resistance, right? Remember the Globex low is resistance, and that's where we had a bunch of crap. Let me throw in my not you. What's HD? Oh, okay, let's do that. Yeah. Okay, so it broke through. All of this got weeded out. So these shorts got taken out. This now point of control. Okay, that's our point of control. And then let's do a developing point of control. Wrong. Let's do a yellow dashed. What do we use here? Oh, they give you the ability to do that. Okay, no big deal. So beautiful, beautiful setup here. This is what we want around that. You see we had the overnight lows, got taken out. Point of control up in here. We're below the point of control, so bears are still strong. Bears are still comfortable with where they're at in life. And the only other things you can see as the histogram of volume moves, that's when you start seeing things happen. So anything, if we get higher, 86 or 86.2 would be that. And then 89 is ultimately the area. So as we get these beautiful sell setups that fail, we're going to look at, I'm looking for pullbacks so that we can get some bears in again, and we can get bulls can start loading up long, and we could get some breakouts there. But what would be the most prolific is to just keep hitting these. All right, so NASDAQ giving it back. Still hanging off the bottom. The big move happened in Russell today for us. See how it's just it's doing it, but it's pulling back. Where are we down? 1.1673 on ES. 0.6. So we're back to where we were on the open. Nothing has happened today, in essence. Just dumped, recovered, and now that's a 50% move from low to high, high to low. We're right in the middle of no man's land, and this is first look back, finally, maybe. Definitely want some of that weakness. 10 minutes more before the big candle update of the hour. And of course, remember, we're going to have, it's Friday, so people hitting the resort, hitting the slopes. Again, this gets taken out. Every time these big numbers get this one got taken out, and we have a much more dramatic, because see how big this one is? See how big this candle is? You know, we got a lot more drama going on there. And again, if we get to that taken out, 83.9, so 84, we would look to see. You take that out, it's just bears have lost all the ammo that they had. And they're, you know, that's the next one is up here on the 10-minute. So we had a double top pattern. So they got short on this one and it got stopped immediately. Another pattern, so they would put a short in here. Look to go below that, and it doesn't seem to be something that's happening at the moment. This is what an always in long day looks like. There we go, took out that high. Now we're going to start seeing a bigger candle again. Now we're starting to see a bigger candle. That's how it happens. We took out the 10-minute now. So remember, that's the 10-minute high. Took that one out now. So on the 10-minute, you're seeing a lot bigger candles here, working your way up. We're above the point of control on the 10-minute time frame, which gives us a little bit more enjoyment to the long side. This is a high traffic area, and then in here is just a whole bunch of nothing. So we could do, yeah, it could go. So the real question is, if everybody's scared of being long and nobody's short going into a weekend, or people are taking money out, how are they doing it, right? How are you doing the trade? And it's Friday, huge gap up. What are you doing? You're buying puts, or a huge gap down on the indexes, or huge move down, I should say, on the indexes 2 days in a row. You probably bought puts, but you're not covering your long position. All right, we're going to have another 5 minutes. That's going to be it for me. If there's no more questions, feel free to hit me with your questions. Oh, Raphael. Don't trade gold miners. I'm long gold the futures. Raphael. Where are you from, Raphael? Where is everybody from? I know Pablo we got in Venezuela. I know we've got Jeff in New York by way of Florida, David in Florida. Bruce is in Omaha. Where's everybody coming from today before we check out? I'm in Arizona, by the way. So Raphael, gold, I mean, I can pull up a daily gold for you. Just mute that thing. And I'll do, nope, not that one. That one. Yeah, I'm long gold personally, gold futures. I got out on the breakout back in December. I added when gold futures were here, and then I added this week to my position. So it's similar to the miners, but I'm in the futures itself. USA, California. Where in Cali? Where from in California? I'm from SoCal in Thailand. Pretty cool. New Jersey in the house. What is up? Spain. Oh, we got a couple of Spaniards in the room, actually. And I'm contemplating spending next year in Spain as well. Though, since I'm fluent in Spanish, I would rather go to a place where I can learn, especially if I'm spending a year. I don't want. I lived in, everywhere. Oh, our cap's cool. Yeah, I was in Brentwood, and then basically down to Orange County for a lot of it. And David, we have another guy in from Santa Monica. But cool, Raphael. Yeah, I don't have much of an opinion for you on gold other than I'm long. So and it's in a vol breakout according to my strategies. So let me just pull that up. We got a couple of minutes. According to my strategy, I got long here on a breakout above here. So at 14.99, I got high at 1500.51, I think. And then rode that, thinking I was a superstar, wishing I could get in. And I got long. I would have got long on a pullback to the midline, but I did. Any one of these hammers would have been the place to enter, but I didn't. I took this one and then ate crap for a little bit, and then I added to this one here this week. So no, nothing is suggesting a top yet on the daily. To me, no, I don't see any tops on this one yet. Who am I? I'm just some dude on the internet. Okay, so we're going to have the 60, we're going to have the 2 hour, so 120 minute, the 60, the 30, the 20, the 10, or the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, the 3, and the 1 minute chart, all updating here in about 1 minute and 17 seconds. Let's see over there. So we should get some slap happy moves around here. Any other questions before I cut out, guys? I'm gonna go enjoy some time with my wife, and if nothing else, just rub her beautiful pregnant belly while she's getting ready to leave me for the weekend, for a girls' weekend. And also, guys, if you haven't liked, hit the like button. Follow me on Twitter if you want to, because I am going to be I'm going to be stepping away, but I am going to keep this position on. So ping me if you have any questions on Twitter. So ping me if you have any questions on Twitter on this position. NM, you were kind of came back to realize that I was gone yesterday. If that's the case, please, here, I'll share that in there as well. Okay, we got the update and just a little bit. Thanks, guys. You all have a great weekend too. Also, again, follow me, ping me on Twitter if you have questions of what we're going over here. We're probably not going to have this room live forever. So I suggest if you're interested in what we're doing, stay in touch. If you want to know more about the vol breakout and the failed vol breakout strategy, it's like $50 on my website, the Profitable Trading Blueprint course. And it's a pretty cool little, I mean, it really, in my mind, it's probably one of the better ones of course. But that strategy is the one that took me from being kind of a goofball to really tightening up my trading and being very consistent about it. And that's all about. So you can go to the website, get that if you like. If you don't, I don't mind, but it's only 49, 47, 50 bucks or something. And you'll have access to that information over and over. Bruce, my man, good to see you again, as always. All right, looks like we got our hour update, and this should be a place where we would get a bit of a pullback. But again, it just seems to keep pounding higher. So who knows? All right, guys. Love you all. I want to make sure that my sign off image is going to be great. So